This is probably one of my most favorite stories about Jesus because it's how I feel about you guys and the importance in teaching and loving you and getting to do the job that me and Mrs. Hayes do every single day. You are so incredibly valuable. You're so important. You mean so much, not only to us, but to your parents and to God. And you have so much to give. And you're already these tiny, full of life, talented, gifted, smart, lovable, loving human beings that do all these amazing things already. And you're just going to grow into more and more all of the gifts and talents God has given you, but they're already emerging. I'm already seeing them in you. And there is such value and such worth in who you are and who God made you to be. And that's why I love this story. And I love what me and Mrs. Hayes get to do in the time that we get to spend with you every single day. It is such an honor. And I'm just blown away that that's even my job. It is such a gift. This is called The Friend of Little Children. Jesus' friends were arguing. Who was the most important helper in God's kingdom? They wanted to know. I am, James said. No, you're not, said Peter. I am. Nonsense, Matthew said. I'm the cleverest. No, you're not. Yes, I am. Yes, no, am too. This silliness went on like that for some time. You see, Jesus' friends had started thinking that they had to do something to make themselves special to Jesus. That if they were the cleverest or the nicest or something, Jesus would like them the best. But they had forgotten something that God had been teaching his people all through the years, that no matter how clever you are or how good you are, or how rich you are, or how nice you are, or how important you are, none of that makes any difference because God's love is a gift. And as anyone will tell you, the whole thing about a gift is it's free. You can't earn it. All you have to do is reach out your hands and take it. So while Jesus' friends were arguing, some people who knew all about getting gifts, in fact, you might say they were gift experts, had come to see Jesus. Who were they? They were the little children. Jesus' helpers tried to send them away. Shoo, shoo, Jesus doesn't have time for you, they said. He's too tired. But they were wrong. Jesus always had time for the little children. Don't you ever send them away, Jesus said. Bring the little ones to me. Now, if you had been there, what do you think? Would you have had to line up quietly to see Jesus? Do you think Jesus would have asked you how good you'd been before he'd give you a hug? Would you have had to be on your best behavior and get dressed up and not speak until spoken to? Or would you have done just what these children did? They ran straight up to Jesus and let him pick you up in his arms and swing you and kiss you and hug you and then sit you on his lap and listen to your stories and listen to your chats. You see, children loved Jesus and they knew they didn't need to do anything special for Jesus to love them. All they needed to do was to run into his arms, and so that's just what they did. Well, after all the laughing and games, Jesus turned to his helpers and said, no matter how big you grow, never grow up so much that you lose your child's heart. Full of trust in God, be like these children. They are the most important in my kingdom. Most important. You are the most important. And I hope that you feel that way when you are with me and Mrs. Hayes at school, when we pick you up and we give you hugs and we love you and we listen to you and we laugh at all your silly stories. That's because we love you. And to you, you are the most important. Have a good day and a fun weekend, everybody.